So the basic sort of concept behind Christmas of getting people presents has always seemed like kind of bullshit to me. Well, at least when you get to your adult years, it's not a particularly important aspect of your life. The whole concept of getting things for other people, and having to find out what they want, and telling other people what you want, and having them get things for you that you could quite easily just buy with your own money. When you get to adulthood, Christmas is not a particularly important thing, and in some ways it's kind of irritating just how hyped it up it is, and how you have to sort of celebrate it and be in the Christmas spirit the whole time. I am in some ways kind of glad when it's over. It seems kind of weird, wearing something like this to be saying something like that. But that's because in other ways, I am quite a fan of Christmas in the way that it sort of puts you in a good mood and it brings people together. I think that's quite well summed up in the Charles Dickens novel, A Christmas Carol, as to why Christmas is important. Because I think a lot of people do sort of model themselves on the character of Ebenezer Scrooge, because there's a lot of sort of logic behind, the sort of person he is at the start of the story. I don't think he hates Christmas, even though that is something that is said about the character quite a lot. I don't think it's ever said in the book that he actually hates Christmas. He just isn't interested in it. He's fine with other people celebrating it in whatever way they want. He himself does not want anything to do with it. He's not so much a bad person, he's just a not nice person, so to speak. He doesn't want anything to do with other people. So that sort of begs the question, well then, why do these ghosts come here and try to get him to change his ways and everything? Well, what is wrong with a person just sort of sticking to themselves and just, minding their own business and not caring about other people? And over the course of a story, you sort of get the impression and get the idea that actually it matters to him that other people don't like him and don't think he's a particularly nice person. It's having an effect on him. He sort of comes to realise for himself that he doesn't want other people thinking of him as this horrible person that nobody wants anything to do with. And if anything, people gain a lot of amusement, and it brings people together through their common sort of dislike of him. He doesn't want people thinking of him like that, and he's making himself unhappy as a result of other people sort of shunning him and rejecting him because he's built up this reputation. And I think the holiday of Christmas really does sort of emphasise that, and how it is kind of important that people like you, and that you get along with people, and that you're respected by people, and people sort of, when they think of you as a decent person. And it's something that's had a lot of effect on me, because generally speaking in life, I'm not a particularly social person. I am kind of like what Scrooge is like at the start of that book. I don't want a massive amounts to do with people. I'm much happier on my own. People say, oh, we're going out somewhere, do you want to do this? I often sort of think to myself, I honestly cannot be bothered to just going out. I'd rather just stick to myself in my house. I'll help myself to a beer and just watch a film or browse away on my computer. I'm not that interested in socialising with people. Have you ever seen the film The Breakfast Club? Great film, by the way, has my highest recommendations. I am definitely Alison in that little group. That is definitely me. I'm much happier just sticking to myself. But the thing is, you are inevitably, at some point in life, going to have to interact with people, and you're going to have to get along, whether or not it's just partaking in social activities, just to give yourself something to do in life, or more likely work. You are going to have to meet people and speak to people at some point in your life, whether you like it or not. So really, you do need to get along with people. There's no other way you can get by in that aspect of your life without being able to get along with people. You need people to like you. You need to be able to get along with people. And I think the whole celebration of Christmas, and very much the story of the Christmas Carol, really does sort of encourage that and emphasise that, and it does help to sort of bring people together. Whether or not you're a social person or not, personally I'm not, it does sort of teach you the skills that you need and the social interactions that you do need to do in life in order to keep yourself just sort of mentally satisfied, be able to sort of get by in life, because you do absolutely need people to like you, and you need to be able to get along with you. And I think the whole holiday of Christmas and the story of the Christmas Carol has really sort of brought that home to me, that if I'm going to speak to people, I'm going to know people in life, I want them to be able to think of me as a nice person and a decent person, and someone. I don't need to be best friends with anybody. I don't really feel like I have a best friend actually in my actual life. I feel like I just have a lot of people that I get along with. Friends will come and go. You don't really necessarily need to have a best friend, but you need to be able to get along with everybody that you see in life. And I think running this channel as well has really helped me with that part of my life. Every time I see a positive comment from someone, saying that, they admire what I do, they like what I do, they think I'm really good at what I do. That's helped a lot with my self-confidence, and I think that it's helped a lot in my actual life as well in attempting or trying to get along with people, because for a number of years I did not have good social skills at all, bringing me down. I think whether I sort of realised it at the time or not, I think I was rather depressed for a while, and I perhaps did not realise for a long time that it was because people just did not want anything to do with me. It's kind of been a sort of two thing. It's been running the channel and it's been the holiday of Christmas. I think have emphasised that for me and had a lot of effect on me in terms of my self-confidence. And I think the holiday of Christmas has helped me realise that I need people to get along with me, and I need to be able to get people to like me. And I think running this channel has given me the self-confidence to be able to actually go ahead and do that. That's why I think this holiday is important to me. It's had a lot of effect on my life and taught me a lot of important lessons. You know, you don't necessarily need everybody to be your best friend, but the people that you do meet in life and the people that you do have to talk to on a regular basis, you need to be able to get along with them. You do need some sort of socialising, and I think Christmas really does help to encourage that. So that's why I think it's an important holiday and why it's important that people embrace it. So have a good Christmas, guys, and I'll see you in the new year.